As you all know, Sears was that massive building in the mall and didn't really have anything in it except clothing and perfume. And personally, for the longest time, I thought the Bay and Sears were the same store. As Sears has now gone out of business, it is clear that the Bay is at least doing slightly better than Sears. Sears fell for many reasons, and this video is about why they fell so hard. Keep in mind that throughout this video, Sears Canada and Sears US are different companies. Let's start off with a little bit of background. Sears started off as a watch company that had the great idea of selling through a mail order catalog. This is like an early form of Amazon. Sears Roebuck and Company was started in 1893 by Richard Sears and Oliva Roebuck. They didn't stick around for much longer, but they did get the company up to its original size. It was so popular, this new mail order catalog, that you could actually buy everything from butter churners, furniture, and all the way to guns. As time went on, in the 1920s, cars were developed, and because of that, you can now drive to the city from out on the farm. So Sears experimented with a physical location in 1925, and within 6 years, their only physical store was outselling their catalog that was nationwide. This shift in business structure eventually became the Sears that our parents knew. The reason why Sears fell can be observed going back about 40 years ago. This is due to other retailers becoming more competitive. Large department stores like Walmart and Target became a huge threat to the business, and Sears' response was to buy other companies and attempt to hold on. In 1978, Sears Canada leased 100 the Bay stores, and after a few trades, held on to the locations until 1991. They bought a bunch of other companies and then sold those companies later on. They then tried to go hard into the credit card business and tried to promote their own credit card.
This credit card gives you credit in over 3,400 locations across the country. So if you live or travel in any of the 50 states, you'll find a Sears store where you can just say, charge it.
And they didn't accept any other credit cards, and according to multiple sources of old people that I know, everyone wasn't very happy with that. Because in order to shop at Sears with a credit card, you needed to use their credit card. So why go? While this was happening, Walmart and everybody else gained ground on them. In an effort to appear like they made money, they sold off a bunch of their brands and companies they acquired in order to appeal investors so they could get the quarterly reports to have a higher number. Obviously, this failed. And in 2003, they merged with Kmart. Yeah, Kmart. This was the final push. They just fell, and they fell hard from there. The CEO of Sears at that time, Eddie Lampert, started selling Sears products to his own company and making a huge amount of money off that. So he would buy a company like Craftsman, that he would sell it to his own hedge fund, and he would sell those in other stores. He was sued by Sears pensioners and lost the case for $40 million because of him selling off the brand names by himself. It's very similar to the Teachers Council cutting school programs and giving themselves a bonus with that money. Since I wrote this script, there's been a development. Sears is currently liquidating all of their brands, but will remain open. People claim that Eddie Lampert was the main reason Sears tanked instead of lowered into the grave, and I would have to agree with them.